Hello, sir. My name is Stephen Jake, and my discussion for today is all about politics. Mm. What is politics? What do they do? Ladies and gentlemen, when it comes to my mind, what is politics? It means to me that they are the superior or the one that control our country. Let me tell you how politics works right now in our era. Liberals, conservations, Democrats, and Republicans. More and more, they just don't like each other. Our political polarization now is getting worse and worse. Here in the Philippines, when it comes to power, that person wins, right? I mean, look at our system right now. It is slowly dying. We literally look like from the movie Zombie Apocalypse. And by the way, who's to say that they're wrong? I think the truth is, we're all a part of this. And the good side of that, we could be a part of the solution. For real though, politics makes us irrational, right? So for the next time, think wisely before who to vote. Stop that toxic behavior bias. Think of your future. Think of yourself. I mean, man, we need to speak out of this. Start thinking facts and evaluate analytical. I'm just I'm not speaking this just for myself. I know that we have the same feeling, right? So what would work better? Well, we believe it's a technique that is called moral reframing. It's a persuasive communication across political divides or arguments. We need to speak out of this. Just like I say, politics is full of people. Humans being facing nightmare dilemmas day in, day out. And when you recognize the kind of dilemmas they face, politics become partly a thriller, partly a moral escapade, partly that something touches our soul. I remember when Marcos ruled in the Philippines. I was not born that day yet, but my mother told me everything. He said that this was a huge disaster. That when politics already ruined. Democracy risen that day. And by the way, it's already been heard that economics inequality is historically high than the wealth is 1/10 of 1% in the Philippines have as much wealth as the bottom 90% combined, or that the wealthy of 8 individuals in the world have as much as the poorest 3.5 billion inhabitants of the planet. And fact check, did you know that economics inequality is associated with shorter lifespan, less happiness, more crime, corruption, and drug abuse because of the wrongdoing of the politicians? Studies say that the politics of the PH take place in organized framework of a presidential, representative, and democratic republicans, whereby the president is both the head of the state and the head of the government within a proliferal multi-party system. The system revolves around the three separate sovereign and interdependent branches. First is the legislative branch, second, the executive branch, and the last is the judicial branch. This branch makes the politics work. The politics involves the production, allocation, and use of the decision-making powers among the large group individuals. Unstable, the strong state political activities usually refers to the power of the state of the governed. It's unstable and weak stable state. Politics encompass social power, issue within and outside of the legitimate state in process of how the society reflects of the doing of the politics. That's why many of many here protest because of the rise of the corruption and democracy. When I meant risen, I meant that 100% of the poverty is getting big here in the Philippines is getting bigger and bigger. We need to educate young people about politics. We need to tell them the bad side of the wrong both because they are not aware what's gonna happen in their future. So this is my call to you. Guys. Let's put this country back together. Let's do it despite of the politicians and all the media. Let's do it because it's right. And let's do it because it's the hate and the contempt that flows through all of us every day makes us ugly and corrupts us. And it threatens the very fabric of our society. We owe it to one another in our country. To reach out and try to connect, we can afford to hate them and any longer. And we can't afford to let them hate us either. Empathy and respect. That's all we need. Thank you.